are watching Can Science.
Let's learn about atomic structure in this video, and along with the basic knowledge of atomic structure, we'll also learn about subatomic particles and ions. Many scientists have suggested various structures of the atoms, but finally scientist Ernest Rutherford suggested a structure according to which atoms have a small central nucleus which is made of protons and neutrons, and around which there are electrons which are revolving around the nucleus containing protons and neutrons. So from this basic structure of atom, we can say that there are three subatomic particles which are protons, neutrons and electrons. Now where are these protons, neutrons and electrons found in the atom? So proton is found inside the nucleus. Now let's learn something additional about proton, neutron and electron. Is there about relative mass of these atomic particles, and then their charge also, which is very important to know about the structure of atom. Now as it indicates that proton have relative mass of 1 and a relative charge of +1, that is +1. Now when we say relative mass, what do we mean by relative mass? The word itself, relative, means in comparison. Now in comparison with what? In comparison with neutrons and electrons. Now if we say the relative atomic mass of proton is 1, so in compared to neutrons and electrons, we are comparing its mass as 1, and so we don't call this as 1 gram or milligram, we call it as atomic mass unit. So what is the relative mass of proton? It's 1 atomic mass unit, that is 1 AMU, and the charge of proton is +1. Now what about the neutrons? Neutrons are also found in nucleus and its relative mass is also AMU, 1 AMU. That is, you can say that the mass of proton and neutron is almost same. That's why we call it as 1 AMU each. So 1 proton and 1 neutron will carry the mass of 1 atomic mass unit, but the charge of neutron is 0. So you can say that it has no charge. The neutrons have no charge. Now what about the electrons? Electrons are found in the shells around the nucleus. Now we had seen the structure of atom in the earlier slide, that there is a central nucleus with protons and neutrons, and there are shells around this nucleus. These shells carries the electrons. Now there is a method of distribution of electrons in these shells which we'll learn later on in the other videos, but we need to know that inside the nucleus it carries protons and neutrons, and the shells around these nucleus carries the electrons. Now these electrons relative mass is negligible, so compared to protons and neutrons, you can say that the mass of electrons is almost 0 or negligible. But what about the charge? Charge is -1. So you can say that proton has a positive charge, and electrons have a negative charge, and neutrons have no charge. So the positivity of any atom is due to protons and negativity of any atom is due to electrons. Now that also we'll learn how do we get the charge of an atom. But any normal atom is neutral because the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. So the charge of proton and the charge of electrons cancel each other, making the atom neutral. So you can say that neutrons are not at all responsible for the charge of an atom, but protons and electrons contribute to the charge of the atom. Now the atoms of different element, atoms of different elements will carry different number of protons and electrons. So we need to understand this, that how can we make out the number of protons and electrons in a given atom of an element, because each and every element have different number of protons, electrons and maybe neutrons also, but that is not exactly what we can say, that each and every atom may not carry different number of neutrons, but protons are definitely different. Now how can we make out that what are the number of protons carried in an atom of an element? So let's learn that. In a periodic table, we see that there are many boxes in the periodic table which has some symbols and some numbers above and below it. Now what are the symbols, numbers above and below this? The symbol which is given in alphabetic letters are elemental symbols. Now here if we have written He, that stands for an element helium. Now what about the next number which is smaller? We can see here that one of the number is smaller and the other number is a bigger number, a larger number. So what's the difference between these numbers? The smaller number is an atomic number. Now what is an atomic number? That tells us the number of protons present in the atom of this element. Atom of each and every atom of these element. You can say that atomic number is given by the symbol Z, and that gives us the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. Now we know that the protons are present inside the nucleus. Now what about the bigger number? This number is the atomic mass of these element. Now atomic mass is what? That's the total number of protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus of an atom. Now you can say that the mass number is the total of protons plus neutrons which are present inside the nucleus, and we can also call them as nucleons. Nucleons means protons plus neutrons present inside the nucleus together. So mass number is the sum total of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom of an element. Later in this video, we will also learn that from the number of protons, atomic number and atomic mass, how can we find out that what are the number of protons, what are the number of neutrons, and also what are the number of electrons present in an atom of an element. So that also we'll learn in the later part of this video. First, let's understand the difference between atoms and ions, and let's also understand that how can we make out what is the charge of an ion. Atoms have same number of protons and electrons. So as we have learnt in helium, that helium has a proton number or atomic number 2, that shows that an atom of an helium will have 2 protons and 2 electrons. Atom will have same number of proton and electron, but what about the ion? Ions have different number of protons and electrons. Means that suppose if we have taken an example of helium, the atom of an helium will have 2 protons and 2 electrons. Let's take another example of an element, say sodium. To understand the difference between atoms and ions, sodium has an atomic number of 11. That shows that it has 11 protons and 11 electrons in the atom of an sodium element. Now it's an ion, means it will have a different proton and electron number. So sodium can also be present in the form of an ion, and suppose if its charge is plus, then it's a sodium ion. Here if the proton and electron number is same, then that's called the atom of sodium. That's the difference between atom and ion. So you can say that atom is a neutral atom, but ion is a charged atom. What is ion? That's a charged atom. Now the charge can be positive or a negative depending on how many protons and electrons are present. Now as we have already seen that the protons are positively charged and the electrons are negatively charged. So if the number of protons are more than the number of electrons, then the overall charge will be positive. But if the number of electrons are more, then the overall charge of the ion will be negative. So this gives the charge, and such charged atoms are called ions, and let's understand this with the help of more examples. Let me start with the simplest example of an element, say hydrogen. Now hydrogen has a mass number of 1 and atomic number also 1. And as we have already seen the definition of atomic number, that it gives us the number of protons. So the number of protons in hydrogen atom is 1. And if it's an atom, the number of protons and electrons are same. So the electrons are also 1. Now what about neutrons? How can we find out neutrons? We have to subtract mass number minus atomic number to get the number of neutrons. Now as we can see that here both the number is 1, so neutrons will be equal to 0, and as protons and electrons are same in number, so the atom will have a 0 charge, and so the symbol of hydrogen is H only. Now suppose if we are taking the same element hydrogen with the mass number and atomic number also same, so obviously the proton number will be 1 only. But now not necessary that the electrons are always same. If the electron number is different, suppose one electron is lost, so now no more electrons are present in the atom of an hydrogen, then electron number is 0. Now as the proton electron number has changed, so what's the charge of an hydrogen ion? I say it's a positive 1 charge. Why? Because one proton is more than the number of electron. So the overall charge of hydrogen ion here, actually it's an atom, but as it has got a charge, I'll say it's an hydrogen ion with a charge of plus, and this is how we write the symbol of an hydrogen ion. Now as it has got a positive charge, it's hydrogen ion, and number of neutrons will again be 0. Why? Because mass number minus atomic number again gives us the number of neutrons 0. Now let's take another example, say fluorine. The mass number of fluorine is 19 and the atomic number of fluorine is 9. Now these two numbers you can make out from the periodic table, and as I said, the smaller number is always atomic number and the bigger number is always the mass number. Now so what are the number of protons present in the atom of an fluorine? Is atomic number is 9, the number of protons will also be 9, and number of electrons will also be 9 in an atom. Now what about the number of neutrons? Subtract 19 minus 9, so the number of neutrons is 10. Now as the number of protons and electrons are same, the overall charge is 0 and the symbol will be only F. Now let's again take the same example of fluorine with the mass number again 19 and 9. So again the protons are 9 only. We can always remember one point, that the proton number of an element will never change. If fluorine has an atomic number of 9, the number of protons is always going to remain 9. Proton number will always remain same, does not change for an element, but electron number may vary. So suppose here the number of electrons in a fluorine atom is 10. So what will be the overall charge? Is the protons and electrons same? No. So what is more? Number of electrons are more, and as electrons has a negative charge, so here the overall charge, one electron is more, so the charge will be -1. Here you can write as +1. Why it's -1? Because one electron is more compared to the protons. So -1 charge. Again, the number of neutrons is what? 19 minus 9 is again 10. So now what will be the symbol? Symbol of fluorine will be F-1, negative written on the top, indicating that fluorine has a charge. Fluorine ion has a charge of -1. Now let's take an example of another element, say calcium. Calcium has a mass number of 40 and atomic number 20. So what are the number of protons present in an atom of calcium is 20, and say suppose the number of electrons are also 20. What about the number of neutrons? 40 minus 20 gives you 20. So number of neutrons is also 20 here. May not be necessary that all the number of protons, neutrons, electrons are same. It may vary, as we have seen in the case of fluorine. So here for calcium atom it's all same, protons, electrons and neutrons all 20. So what's the charge? Charge is 0 and the symbol is Ca, calcium only. Now again with calcium the mass number and atomic number remains same, so proton number also remains same and neutron number also remains same. But suppose the number of electrons is 18. So now what's the charge? As number of protons, electrons are not same, that it is going to be a charged atom, that it's going to be an ion. Now how can we make out the charge? See the difference between protons and electrons. What's more? Protons are more, so it is going to have a positive charge. How much positive? 2 protons are more than electrons, so +2 charge. So what's the symbol of calcium ion? It's Ca2+. Now that's the symbol of an calcium ion, where the charge is written on the top of the symbol of the element, giving it the calcium ion, and the charge is given by the difference in the number of protons and electrons. So if protons are more, positive charge, electrons are more, it's a negative charge. Now let's just take one more example of oxygen. Oxygen has a mass number of 16 and an atomic number of 8. So if atomic number is 8, the number of protons will be 8, and subtract mass number, atomic number to get the number of neutrons. So 16 minus 8 is again 8. So number of neutrons is 8. Now suppose electrons are 10. Now as the protons and electrons are different, it's going to be a charged ion, oxygen ion it is. Now what is more? Electrons are more, so it's going to have a negative charge. How many electrons are more compared to protons? 2. So it's going to have a charge of -2. So what's the symbol of oxygen? It's O2-. That's the symbol of an oxygen ion. So this is the basic information about the atomic structure, that there are protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus of an atom. Electrons are revolving outside the nucleus of an atom, and the difference between the atoms and ions is that the ions are charged atoms, charged particles of an element. And how can you make out the charge of an ion? Is this what you have seen in the table.